What's going on, family? You back in the lab with AB Yasharel, man. We got a show today. My man said he almost lost his wife at a swingers party. He said he's a habitual cheater. He said it was passed down through his blood, and he gonna get into other things. But you know how I do. I'm not gonna hold you. Let's get right into it. I'm gonna let you tell his story. I'm gonna let him tell his story, and then I'll come back and give my commentary at the end. It's gonna be two parts: part 1 and part 3. I kind of cut out part 2 because he was just dragging it out. But part 1 and part 3, and then
story time on how I almost lost my wife after going to a swingers party. So boom, I already told y'all, I'm a hereditary cheater. This got passed down to me in my bloodline. Like my daddy was, his daddy was, and so on, so on. They was all cheaters. It just came down the bloodline. So like I say, that's neither here or there. That's either here or there. So my girl like, damn, like, why you keep cheating? Because I kept getting caught. I ain't gonna say I was being sloppy, but these bitches were telling on me. They were telling on me. They can't keep no secret. They can't keep no secret. They be lying. And so I kept getting caught or whatever. And she just like, you check all the other boxes. Like, you a good man. I'm a good man. So I'm like, hey, I help you, with the chores, cleaning, cooking, all that there. Take care of the kids, paying the bills. But I just got this hereditary thing that's going on in me that causes me to cheat. But anyway, she like, what can I do to make you not cheat? And I'm like, shit, ain't cheating if we both do it. And she like, wait, what you mean? I'm like, shit, if we, we bust something down together. Me thinking like getting a little Nicki Minaj going or whatever. And she like, well, what about me? What if I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? What if I wanted to partake and I wanted to get me another man on the side? And I'm like, damn. From all I know right now to this moment, this bitch being loyal. She being loyal. So I'm like, I can't be selfish. Even though I want to be selfish. But I'm like, damn, like, I kind of got to make a sacrifice. I'm thinking about just like canceling the whole ideal and just doing it by myself. But I'm like, I love her. I don't want to keep messing this up. So, boom, we looking it up. We trying to go to a little swingers convention or party or whatever. So we looking it up. Boom, we found one in Orlando. And we like, shit, like, we ain't really got to do nothing. If, you know what I'm saying, on the first night, if we don't see nothing. In my head, I'm thinking like, boy, I see something, I'm cracking. Hey, I'm busting it down. So I'm thinking in my head though, I'm like, boy, I hope she really don't want to like go through with this. She just trying to say this so like I can change my mind and just be on some not cheating type shit. But I told y'all I can't help. This is in my blood, hereditary cheater. So we looking it up, swingers thing in Orlando. Boom, we finna go. We done booked the room and all that there. Why did I do this?
So my guy said he's a hereditary cheater. It was passed down. I'm gonna play part 3, because it get a little funny. And he was hoping his girl didn't want to get involved, but she said, "Hey, I might want to partake." You know what I mean? He said he don't want to mess it up. He had been cheating. He thought it was just gonna be maybe 2 women and one where he could just have all the fun, but evidently that ain't what his girl had in mind. So let's get into part 3, and my man, and then I'll come back and give you more of my commentary.
Part 3 on almost losing my wife at a swingers party. So boom, like I say, I'm in that bed like Tarzan. I'm in that bed jumping off chandeliers, jumping off goddamn pianos, whatever I could jump off of, I'm jumping off. I'm diving in. So all this going on the whole time, I forgot I even came with my girl. I'm like, I'm in there partaking. I go to thinking like, damn, wait. I look around. I don't see my bed. So I'm like, fuck, what's going on right now? Let me go find out what's going on. How they be gonna leave my side? And mind you, before we went in there, we was already, going over our little code words to get up out of there. So the code word was like something was in your eye. So boom, I'm walking through there. I'm looking for my girl. And you know, like when you be with somebody for a while, you know their voice. You know their voice. So I hear her voice, but this sound like that bedroom voice. And I'm thinking in my head like that bitch said she ain't want no other man. She ain't want no other man. So boom, I walk in the little other room. Bitch, my bed turned up inside out. Bitch got her like a goddamn whole lawn chair out that bitch. Whole lawn chair out that bitch. So I'm hurt. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm trying to hold back tears. But they kind of falling. So I'm thinking like I gotta get it bit that cold. So she ain't even, she in her own world. Eyes rolled back in the back of her head, all that there. So she finally kind of like look up. She look at me. I look at her. She look at me. I'm like, tears kind of, dried up and like, not dried up, but like stuck right there in my eye. Like that bit went and fall. But that bit was like right there, like big bold, big bullet tears in my eyes. So I'm getting her to blink. This bitch act like she ain't see me. She go to, back, eyes roll back in her head. So I had to politely snatch my bitch up. So I'm down there about to get into it with the niggas there, cause they thinking like I'm just a random swinger trying to like snatch her up or whatever. And I'm like, nah, nigga, this my why. So I snatch her ass up. We leaving, we going back to the room. I'm heated, but I'm like, I can't really be, I'm trying to like stay cool at the same time, trying to control my emotions, cause hey, it was kind of my idea, but kind of not my idea. I thought I had control, but I didn't have control. And she showed me. Like they say, if a woman stay with you after you cheat, that get back coming, or it done already happened. So, man, we get back to the room. I can't even look at her. I'm like, this is unbelievable. Like, you a whole different person than I thought you was. Like, this is crazy. So, boom, we leave the next day. We supposed to stay the whole weekend. We leave the next day. That ride home was so awkward, man. So awkward. Like, still to this day, I can't even look at her the same. Like, damn near think about calling it quits. But we had to get some therapy and all that though. But hey, don't take your wife or your girl that you trying to have a future with to the swingers party, cause she might partake. And you might don't like how she partaking. You can't just think about yourself. Like I say, I try to be like Cam Newton. Like, if I'm fucking, how I'm gonna worry about somebody else fucking? No, I was worried, and I was devastated and traumatized.
My guy said he was traumatized. Most men can't take that. They can't take seeing their wife with another man. Now you got some freaky leaks out here, some freaky deaky people out here that can do what they want to do. But he said, my man said he had a tear in his eye, man. He was just standing there. He was blinking. Next day, cold, he was blinking. But let me tell you something. When you open that Pandora box, you don't know who gonna like it. One of y'all might like it. You think that she ain't gonna like it, or you think he ain't gonna like it, and you know what I mean? And then you go to these events and you meet half head and chase head and speaker box, and them cats, that's all they do. They good at what they do because that's all they got. A cat that's good in bed, either a man or a woman, usually they super good because that's all the special power, superpower gift that they got. Now the average man can't take that. You can't take seeing another man being with your wife, because it's like a rental car. You dog the shit out that rental car, man. You drive that rental car. You don't care about a pothole. You don't care about nothing, bro. So average man cannot take seeing his wife with another man. Like I said, you got some people out here that can do that mess and be fine, but most people can't. But my man said, but let's go back to the video one where he said his cheating was hereditary. His grandfather did it. His father did it. And that had been passed down to him. Now that was pretty funny. You know what I mean? Because I don't know nobody who the cheating is passed down to the blood. Hey, it might be. I just don't know. You know what I mean? So But what y'all think about this? Will y'all partake in a swingers party? You know what I mean? Will y'all partake? As for me, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. For one, remember the video I just did a few weeks ago? Think about a week ago, where they talking about 18,000 people got HIV in Philadelphia. 37,000 people got it in HIV and tested positive for HIV in North Carolina, and over 200,000 in Texas. Heck no, I don't want no pause up, man. And we just talking about HIV. We ain't talking about herpes and gonorrhea and syphilis and all this other nasty mess that might go on off, man. After hearing all this stuff, I couldn't do it anyway because I ain't built like that. You got some people who built like that. Not me. You know, you got some freak off party puffy people that can do whatever. But the average man can't. The average woman can't. You know what I mean? See another woman with her husband. Hey man, you gonna take a broom handle and go inside somebody's head, but you can't. You're not gonna be able to handle that emotionally, because you ain't gonna be after you see it, right? You're not gonna be able to unsee it. You know what I mean? If that man over there beaten like a silverback gorilla in the jungle, and your girl enjoying that mess in your head, no matter if y'all never go down that avenue again, in your head is over. Because you feel like, I didn't even make my girl or my wife perform like that. I didn't even make her sound like that. So that's what I'm saying. You might not want to open up these Pandora boxes. Sometimes people open up these boxes, man, and you think them doors closed, but some people leave cracks in them. And you end up wondering why your relationship that went down here, like my man said, that ride or flight or whatever they did was awkward on the way back. And I could imagine. I could imagine it was awkward for him. It probably was awkward for her, but she was like, hey, I got my lick back. You know what I mean? So it was what it was. But can y'all handle it? I couldn't handle it, man. The swingers parties. I'm going to let them swingers do what they do over there. I like my peace. Too much shit can go wrong with that. With that said, man, I'm Yashrael. Peace and shalom, everybody.